Do you know what time it is? Tell me, do you know? Do you know what time it is? Weekend vlog. We are still in Pretoria, but we've already stopped at the bottle store and at McDonald's. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm about to have my first egg McMuffin thingy, or the sausage McMuffin, because I had an egg one and it was rank. So let's see how it goes. Oh, this is what I bought. Zamalek! Road Tide! What? Okay, so we are officially on the road. I have a sausage McMuffin. Unboxing it for you guys. This is what it looks like. Okay, that doesn't look very appetizing, but okay. Okay, as far as fake meat goes, it's really good. We just arrived. Wow, it's so warm out here. You guys can see the sun is like beating on my face. I think I've been indoors for such a long time. I'm so glad to be out in the bush, back at the house. I'm gonna unpack now, and then yeah, I'm gonna unpack, maybe change, definitely change, put on a costume, maybe go lie out. I'm actually hungry, I haven't eaten. Maybe grab it. I got some Krispy Kreme, so maybe go grab a donut. Then I'll show you guys what I'm reading. You will not believe what I brought with me this weekend. I'm so excited to finally read this book. I've already started. I'm like 50 pages in and my blood pressure is already up. So yeah, let's get to it. Hey guys, so we've arrived now. I've unpacked my stuff. My room is a bit of a mess, but it is what it is. Trying to grab some lunch. I'm out by the pool, as you can see. Hey, so I wanted to show you guys what I brought to read. Probably you can see this from the description, so I don't know why I'm so excited, but we're finally reading A Court of Silver Flames. So many of you asked me to read this book because I've had it for like 2 months and I still haven't read it. You guys know I was really like, I didn't know what I was like on the fence about it, because you guys know how I feel about Nesta. She's like the worst human being ever born or ever written or whatever. So I wasn't sure, but I feel like this needs a weekend vlog. So I started. I'm on like page 70. I'm already annoyed. Because like, has there ever been a worse human born? Like, she is so horrible. Like, I don't understand how people stand her so much, because like, she's so bad. Like, first of all, Cassian, I will ride with Cassian to the death, right? Between him and AZ, right? So she treats him so bad, then I just don't understand how this like 700-page tome is going to turn into a romance. I don't know. So yeah, I'm going to be reading this weekend, so I'll be vlogging reading this. I also brought Love is a Revolution by Renee Watson, which was on my anticipated releases in February. I actually did get a copy. I think I've showed you guys this in a haul. So yeah, I've read like 100 pages, so I want to finish that. For some reason I haven't been able to like really get moving on it, so I want to finish this as well. I also brought my new Fences, the last one, volume 4. I think this is the last physical one. I think the rest of the graphic novels are on ebook or whatever, so I want to read this as well. And then for the non-fiction, I brought Sensuous Knowledge by Mina Salami. I want to get at least 2 chapters of this in, and then maybe focus on this more next week. But you know, sometimes you just feel like reading something non-fiction-y, so I always like to bring one just in case. But my general focus is going to be A Court of Silver Flames. Hopefully, I'm going to do this Crescent City style. By the way, Sarah J. Maas, ma'am, there's no reason why this book is 700 pages. If this book is not 700 pages of fire, I'm going to be very annoyed. Because you guys know when I read Crescent City, she did the same thing. She wrote a 700-page book. Literally, at least 250 of those pages didn't need to be there. Same thing with, what did I just read that had the same thing? From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout /True, whatever. at least 250 pages of those didn't need to be there. So we'll see what happens with this, but looking forward to reading it. So I'll give you guys periodic updates during the day and let you know how I'm going. I'm going to try and keep this like spoiler free because obviously I know a lot of you still want to read this, but you know, sometimes I get big mad. So please excuse me if like something goes awry. So yeah, let's get going. A Court of Silver Flames. By the way, in case you guys are interested, you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you anyway. My Poolside Essentials. Fenty Beauty Body Lava is fantastic. It's so good, guys. Like, it makes your skin like glow and shit. Switch Beauty, this is glass skin edition, but generally any kind of hydrating mist, you kind of just like come in out in the sun, give yourself a quick spritz, you know, fresh and whatever. This MAC lip condition and hydrate. I love this lip gloss, or it's not lip gloss, it's like lip conditioner, moisturizer. And then this Helio Care, guys, this sunscreen is so good. This is like one of the best sunscreens, and if you're black, it doesn't flash back on your whole body, and it has this like great like spray nozzle, so you kind of just like spray it, and then and it's like also smells really nice. So yeah, love this Helio Care stuff. So just added little information that you didn't ask for. Okay, now I'm actually going back to read. Okay, so I'm about at the 100-page mark right now of A Court of Silver Flames. I'm enjoying it, guys. I love the series, you know that. So I'm enjoying it so far. The only thing I will say is that I still hate Nesta. Nothing has changed on that front. Nothing to report on that front. I still can't stand her. And the thing is about this book is that you can see that the writer, that Sarah J Maas, is trying to make you like Nesta. I wonder who that is. Is trying to make you like her. Is trying to make her more sympathetic. But there's nothing about anything she's doing that is making me sympathize with her. And also, I just think she's an asshole. There's just like, I don't know, I get it, she's been through a lot, but like literally this is a series where every single main character has been through all the things, and like nobody else behaves like she does. Like, I don't know, I can't find the love for Nesta. Cassian is still a king amongst peasants. He is still a prince in my eyes. I still love Cass. I just want more Cassian, Azriel, and Rhys collaborations, but obviously I'm only on page 100, so I'm hoping to do another 150 pages today. It's like 4 o'clock now. Another 150 pages today, and tomorrow I'm going to do a big push. Wake up quite early, have a full day. I'll be sitting out, laying out in the sun, just like trying to get through as much of this as I can. But yeah, that's my update so far. Don't like Nesta, still love Cassian. The book is moving. I love the series. And just as a side note, guys, like if you don't like Sarah J Maas, then like just don't read her books. I've seen so much on Instagram, especially of people like going on about, like, guys, you don't get brownie points from Jesus if you don't like Sarah J Maas. It's like, you know, those annoying people who've never watched Game of Thrones and think it's a badge of honor. Like, please, nobody cares. Anyway, that was just my little rant. I'm going back to reading, probably trying to get another 50 pages before I go inside. I might dip in the pool. It's like really warm. But yeah, I'll see what I decide. But anyway, bye. Look what I just discovered. A Court of Silver Flames is actually on Scribd, which is actually fantastic because you know you don't want to stop reading, but you actually have other things to do. I want to take a shower. I need to go wash my makeup off, you know, those kinds of things. But yeah, so I can carry on listening. So now I have the physical and I have the audiobook. I can do both at the same time. This is so great. And by the way, I have a referral code for Scribd. Like, it's not an ad or anything, but I do get, like, you do get 60 days. I think 60 days free trial. My referral code is in my description box. So yeah. Enjoy that. So yeah, I just thought this was fun. I got my peaches out in Georgia. I get my weed from California. Guys, that song is literally stuck in my head. It's like burrowed. I can't stop listening to it. It's like burrowed in my brain. And I'm not like a huge Justin Bieber fan, but every once in a while he does have a bop. So yeah, really liking that song. Just thought I'd let you know. Obsessed with my eyeshadow. I did such a good job, and the thing is, now I don't want to go wash my face, but I also just kind of want to put on sweats. But I don't want to wash my face because I feel like my face bead looks so cute today.
wow, I slept so well. There's just something about sleeping out here that's different. I'm about to go grab some coffee. Everybody else went on a game drive at like 6. I was just like, no thanks. I just wanted to take a nap. I'll probably go on one later, but I needed to sleep. I hit about page 250. I'll give you guys a bit of a more update once I like shower and like actually have some coffee, have a donut, get my brain moving, you know? Because right now I'm like, okay, cool. Jump in the shower. I'm loving this book, guys. I just love this whole universe. I love A Court of Thorns and Roses, one of my favorite series. I still don't love Nesta. I can see that, like, oh, she's doing little things, and you're supposed to feel like sorry for her, or you're supposed to like understand that she's going through some stuff. But I just feel like the way that she's treated Cassian is just out of, especially the way she treats Freya, is completely out of order. So yeah. But anyway, I'm really enjoying the reading experience so far. I was flustered. That dining room scene, I'm low-key laughing because Asriel is like, first of all, we eat here. So y'all need to get it together.
Okay, so I'm taking a bit of a break from A Court of Silver Flames. Loving it, enjoying it. But we're about to eat breakfast, so I thought I'd get a chapter of Sensuous Knowledge by Mina Salami in. I've read about 20 pages and I am in love. I'm in love. The first chapter is on knowledge, and it's basically talking about how emotional intelligence and emotional knowledge is just important as kind of the rational, intellectual kinds of knowledge, and how kind of the Western world and kind of Euro-patriarchal systems prioritize rational, quote-unquote, rational knowledge to the exclusion of kind of emotional intelligence and instinct and gut and things like that, and how those kinds of knowledge systems and those kinds of forms of knowledge are equally as important. And it's just it's something I've always been fascinated with. So that's the first chapter so far, but so far I'm really liking what Mina Salami is doing, and her writing is really poetic, even though it's non-fiction. So I just wanted to give you guys that update. So that's what I'm doing so far. We're about to have flapjacks. Yes, thank you, Kanye, for making flapjacks. And then yeah. So it's a bit later in the afternoon. I have a confession to make. I have made like 50 pages of progress. I have barely been reading because first of all, we were just chilling. We were having pancakes. You guys saw those pancakes. They were so good. But also, I decided to start on Sensuous Knowledge, like I said earlier. It's so good. I'm obsessed. Like, I finished the first chapter on knowledge, and it's just so, Mina Salami, it's just like, oh, this book is so good. It's a Black feminist approach for everyone. So it's kind of basically talking about how Black feminism and the kind of politics of Black women kind of is representative of a better tomorrow, and how the linking of the Hi guys. Okay, so I have a bit of a confession to make. I have barely read. After those pancakes, like, I had the itis and we just like chatting shit for a couple of hours. I did read 50 pages though. Keep going. I'm still loving it. Hopefully, I have to try and get to page at least 500 today because, man, this is a chunky book. So I'll probably do a bit more reading a little bit later, and maybe when I take a bath or if I take a shower, the audiobook will help me. I did, however, read a chapter of Sensuous Knowledge. It's so good. Oh my god, this book is so good. It's so good. Like I said earlier, I am obsessed. I can't believe I waited this long to read this. I've never read Mina Salami before. I said this in my Possibility Power video, but oh my god, it's so good. Like the way she thinks and the way she this chapter on knowledge is so good. Kind of talking about how kind of Euro patriarchal knowledge production it's like it goes back to this whole Audre Lorde thing of like the master's tools will not dismantle the master's house. And she talks about in this book, there's a section that I like highlighted a lot where she's like, we need to reframe what it means for the house, the master's house, and how the house is actually a prison, and thinking about the tools that we need to use are tools that that focus on the emotional and the intuitive and the kind of sensual and not alternative, but what has been kind of conventionally framed as alternative thought needs to be brought further into the mainstream, because that's going to be the avenues for us to really affect social change. So absolutely loving this book. Here is this. I also finished Fence. I absolutely loved it. I think this is the last one that's actually printed of these graphic novels. The next ones I think are on Kindle. I'm definitely going to download them. I'm obsessed. Like, it's just so heartwarming. It's like, first of all, I actually just want to go on YouTube and watch a fencing match. It sounds so interesting, but yeah, definitely loving that. But I'm going to try and pick this up again and get through another couple of pages. So far, nothing to update in terms of Nesta. Still can't stand her. And I kind of understand where everybody's going with this book in terms of talking about her whole trauma and her being inside the, what do you call this thing, the cauldron, and all that stuff all the stuff that's happened to her. However, I feel like before Faya came to, how do you pronounce it, Pyrian, before she kind of almost became High Fae, Nesta was still kind of a bitch. So I don't really know what we're accounting for that. So I don't know. But anyway, Cassian, still a king, still loving it. So that's my update so far.
Okay, so I just hit like the 400 page mark. Spoiler alert. Still not a fan of Nesta's. I get that you're supposed to sympathize with her. That's the whole point of this book. And I get like she's doing some really nice stuff. She has little glimmers of humanity, but overall, still not a fan. I don't know if it's because I'm jealous that she gets Cassian. That could very well be it. But I think the way she treats Faya especially is just so crappy. And I just can't stand people who are bad siblings. So yeah, that's my update on that. Not surprising. So I also have been spending so much time on Nesta that, like, I'm sure some of you are thinking, what about the actual book, sis? What about the plot? So this book is not plot. You know what this book is? This book is all vibes, no plot. And personally, I'm not hating it. The thing is, if you love this series and you love these characters, then for you, it's kind of like you're hanging out with your best friends. That's how I'm reading it and I'm enjoying it. Like, bruh, I could read Cassian eating toast. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could literally read Amren going to the supermarket. That's how much I love them. But so, like, it's not plot heavy. It's not giving you Wings and Ruin where, like, it was bow, 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 things happening all the time. So that's my feeling on the plot. It's like not that, I mean, obviously there's a plot, stuff is happening, you can feel something, you can see them moving towards a climax, but it's more character-centered than plot-centered, if that makes sense. So that's my update on that. I'm going to read another 100 pages today and then give you guys an update on how I feel about that later.
Morning. So last night I actually finished part 2, made 500 pages. My bitch. I actually managed to get to page 510, so I'm really, really happy about that. I think I have about 220 pages left to go, which is going to be great. I still have the whole of Sunday, so I think I might be able to actually pull this one out the bag and finish this book this weekend. And it's so weird because I've actually read other stuff, so I haven't just been strictly reading this. So I think it's just a testament to how much I enjoy this series that I'm just flying through it. But yeah, grab a coffee quickly, and then I'm gonna read about 50 pages. Everybody went on a game drive. I was just like, no, thank you. It's too early in the morning again. So yeah, grab a coffee, take a bath. I haven't bathed yet, and I love bathing here because of the views. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys that update. just hit the 600-page mark. I'm making like great progress. I think I only have like 120 pages left, and by the way, it is ridiculous that like Sarah J Maas has like 700-page tome books, and this book is like all vibes, no plot, but it's fine, whatever. I'm loving it. Nesta, I like her slightly more, but I still can't stand her. I think she's a bit of a I still think she's an asshole. You know, the thing is with Nesta, when her attitude is directed at like the enemies, it's like great. Like when she talks to Eris and like the way she's dragging those kind of people, it's fun. But when she directs it at Cassian and Feyre and Elaine and all her actual people, like I don't like it. Like even when she talks to Amren, I'm just like, Amren will put you in the ground, sis. Don't play. But yeah, I'm really loving this. You guys know I love this series, so I think I'd probably be too biased to be able to tell you like if it's like, I wouldn't be able to tell you if it's like bad or whatever, because I mean obviously I think also if you've gotten to the point where you're reading A Court of Silver Flames, you're also a huge fan. So what else do I want to say about the book so far? Yeah, I mean I'm enjoying it. I'm liking the kind of character work, character development, and just generally I'm just liking hanging out with all my favorite characters in this book. So that's all I have to say about this. I'm hoping to finish it. Probably the next update I give you guys and like my final thoughts. I won't be in this like really aesthetic location. I'll be in my bed at my house or in the car. I read another chapter of Sensuous Knowledge. Oh, it's so good, guys. This book is really, really good. I can't wait to actually finish it and to include it in a wrap-up. I think I'll have quite a bit to say about it. It'll definitely make it into my next non-fiction recommendation books as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, that's all I have to say so far. We're going to leave in the next hour or so. Everybody's like behind me. They're like making a bit of noise, but I'll like edit them out. So we're going to leave soon. So that's all I had to say. And then, yeah, I'll give you guys an update later. My brother's annoyed because I just made him carry my suitcase. There are 20 books in there because I was shooting. That's what happens when you kind of he calls himself the creative director, so
I read a bit more in the car, guys. First of all, I just love Cassian so much, and this series is my life. I could read, like, you know how I feel about Magnus and Alec, and I could read Cassandra Clare forever. I feel like that about Sarah J Maas. This series specifically, because Throne of Glass is garbage. But I just have to say that the plot completely off-ramped in the last 100 pages. I'm on the last 60 pages now, so like it was first the whole drama was around the three troves, and the kind of human witches or the human queens. Now all of a sudden, Illyrian warriors, the blood rites, and I'm just like, okay, but ma'am, we thought you were going this way, then you went this way, and I don't understand why you're going this way. But anyway, yeah, I'm really tired. I'm hungry as well, so I want to wash my face and just like hang out. I'll probably give you guys an update or my last thoughts. I'll probably do it tomorrow morning. So yeah.
Okay, so my final thoughts on A Court of Silver Flames, which I have actually finally finished. I'm so glad. Like, my ability to finish a thick-ass book in a weekend should be a superpower. So my final thoughts is that I really enjoyed myself. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed this book. The reading experience was great for me. It's just one of those things where I missed this universe so much. I love these characters. This is one of those series that I just fell in love with. So it was like great to have all the character interactions and the banter and dive back into the universe. However, I will say that plot-wise, the book is very weak. Like, the plot is very weak, and also in like the last 100 pages she completely off ramp. So like the bulk of the book is centered around the conversation, or not the conversation, but the plot is centered around the three troves, right? You know what that is if you've read the book. I don't want to give anything away, but then in the last 100 pages she completely off ramps, and now it's more leaning in the direction of like the blood rites and the Illyrian warriors, and I'm just like, what? I don't understand why she made that shift. And then I saw how she tried to fuse it together, but I also was just like, bruh, like you should have just stuck with one central plot point. Do you know what I mean? Because otherwise, like, yeah, it just got a little bit like disorganized, if that makes sense. But overall, I loved hanging out with AZ and Cassian and Amran and them. With Nesta, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I still don't enjoy her. I don't think that, like, as a character, she's still just not my fave. I get what they were trying to do with this book, like her backstory and trying to unpack her dynamic with her mom and her dad, but I still think that, like, we have to call a spade, and Nesta is just horrible. And the thing about Nesta that really agitates me more than anything is her dynamic with Feyre. Because Nesta treats Feyre so bad. Like, she treats Feyre like Feyre owes her child support money. Like, she is so horrible to her sister, and it's honestly like for absolutely no reason. Do you know what I mean? Like, and even in this book, there is no reason given. Do you know what I mean? There's no reason. And there's a point where, like, Feyre and Nesta has this, like, thought process after she's kind of had her arc moments, and she's just like, she has to forgive herself, and she's like, I have to realize I'm not perfect, but Feyre's not perfect either. Okay, but, like, Feyre's not perfect, but also she didn't do anything to you as a sister. You just came for her when she didn't send for you. So that's the whole thing with me with Nesta, is that, like, I can't abide people who are bad siblings. So that's my whole thing. So my opinion hasn't changed in that regard. I also feel like they tried to soften her towards the end, but, like, I just low-key wasn't buying it, if that makes sense. But anyway, I still love Cassian, I still love Reese, I still love AZ, I still love everybody else. I'm looking forward to the next book, but I have to say this now as a precursor. If AZ ends up with Elaine, I will fight everyone. There is nobody who I can't stand more than Elaine. Actually, I need to do a whole video on this, but, like, Elaine is a no from me. AZ deserves better. AZ deserves, like, a badass, not like Elaine. Ugh, she's so basic. But anyway, those are my final thoughts. I enjoyed it. If you like this series, I suspect you'll like it. I saw a lot of people, quite a few people were, like, a bit disappointed. But I just felt like it was, the thing is, perfect description of this book, it's all vibes, no plot. Like, if you just want to hang out with these characters and have some character interactions and some banter, this is the book that you're going to enjoy. Like, plot-wise, it's not giving you, like, Wings and Ruin or, like, Mist and Fury. Like, there's just not a lot happening. So, yeah. That's my final word on this book. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this vlog that was, like, very disorganized. It was all over the place. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram on @prettyxbookish. Like, comment, follow, share, all that fun stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video instructive, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna go do something else now because I've had this book for a while. Bye.
Yo, Pretty B. It's your boy, Bazy.
I'm gonna put this on the internet.
I'm the creative director of Pretty Bookish.
You're really not.
I just want to say a couple things about Nana. She's a fraud.
I'm switching this off. Bula, I'm switching this off.
She reads one book while audio book in the next, and then she says she read both.
Bula, I'm switching.
I don't know if this is what we're looking for. We're looking when we choose our bookstagrammers. You expect someone to be one way, and then they act a different way, and I just felt like it was imperative that everyone knew who she really is.
I'm gonna put this on YouTube. Just know you're gonna be on YouTube
at Bola and
crazy.
Saluba, and if you need to know anything else, hit me up. Bazy.
Please